welcome back to Hardy Brothers Outdoors. Josh Hardy here, and today we're going to do a buyer's guide episode on the box blade. I know Jason just recently did the back blade on his 1025R. I have the 5-foot CountyLine, and I'm here with the 2032R John Deere tractor. So let me tell you a little bit about why I went with the 5-foot and why I went with CountyLine. If you've been watching any of our videos, you'll notice that Jason has more of the Frontier stuff. I have more of the CountyLine. When I bought this property and I bought the tractor, there was a lot of expenses going on at the same time. And so I was looking for anywhere that I could to save some money. I had some immediate use cases. I had a little 4-foot Woods back blade that I used on my little Massey Ferguson. It just didn't have the power to do the driveway grading that I needed to do. It worked fine with the snow, but I needed something a little bit bigger. I needed to be able to move some dirt to fill in ruts. I've got a full review on this. I'll put the link up above where I was doing driveway work, where I was doing trail maintenance, and where I actually dug out a creek crossing, a pretty good amount of dirt that I moved. So those were my use cases and why I decided to buy a box blade. Really, I just need it. We got 70 acres on the front, 80 acres on the back, and we use it, a handful of times throughout the year. CountyLine, I've been happy with their products overall, so that's where we are with that. Pricing wise, these things run about, I think about $900 now, $899 at Tractor Supply. I know you can usually get the King Cutters a little bit cheaper. Your Frontiers are going to cost you more. They seem to be heavier pieces of equipment in a lot of the cases, but this is a solid piece of steel. It's built by Tartar. It seems to be, not a whole lot that can go wrong with it. So, and all of the parts that could go wrong are easily replaced. So I do use it on the quick hitch. So I do hook it up to the quick hitch. And I want to say this was closer to $800. They do sales, and then if you can get the 10% at the same time, then you can add to that. So I want to say that I paid somewhere closer to $700 when I bought it. So look for the sale prices. If you're getting it from Frontier or John Deere, expect to pay more. But we'll talk a little bit about it in a negotiation section at the end on how maybe you can get a better price on it, up to 19 to 20% off. Things to ask your dealer about. Again, I bought it from Tractor Supply, so I wasn't talking to a dealer. Is it quick hitch compatible? That's probably one of the questions that you want to find out. If you're getting something that goes with a John Deere, you're going to need some bushings. So if you're at Tractor Supply, go ahead and pick up the bushings. They're a lot cheaper there than they are at John Deere. If you want to get the permanent ones, there's actually some pretty good deals online. I've got a link I'll put in the description for Amazon that are the permanent bushings. I've got a bunch of them I need to install. Make things a lot easier. But make sure that you can get your different pins and that these things are adjustable. This one has a blade on the back as well, so you can do pushing with it. So I would just ask them, is there any considerations I need to have? What's the right width? On the 2032R, I've got spacers, but I'm still, right around 60 inches, I believe. So I went with the 60-inch. I think it could pull a 6-foot blade, no problem. I guess the other thing that I might consider in this was having a power top link, something that can put down pressure. That's one of the things I've seen people do to enhance the use of these. And then you can even get, top and tilt functions for your 3-point that might make it more useful. So if you're interested in those, ask about those. One of the big questions we see all the time is, should I get a box blade or should I get a land plane? And I personally have never used a land plane. I'm not sure what the advantage is over this for the kind of rugged trails that we need to work. I don't know if the land plane would be the right answer. I'd be happy to try one out if somebody were to give me one, but because I have this, I probably won't be investing in a land plane anytime soon anyway. So that's the kind of stuff that I would ask. Next thing is safety. There's really not a whole lot here. You're not running a PTO, so really it's more about crush points. If you're got fingers or whatever in the wrong place, I always put my or try to remember to put my 3-point attachments on the ground whenever I park the tractor. Same with the front end. I do that because I have kids. They know they're not supposed to be climbing on it. My son's the one I'm worried about. But there's neighbor kids and other things. So I don't want anybody playing around it and for some reason something to drop and crush somebody. You could lose toes, feet, you know, fingers, whatever. I think that's about all I have on in terms of safety on here. There's probably some stickers on here. I don't even see safety stickers from all the attachments. That's probably the only attachment I've ever seen that doesn't have safety stickers on it. So either they didn't get put on or there wasn't any. But read your manual on that. Final section is negotiation. So CountyLine, you guys have heard me talk about it in the past. I only usually buy when it's on sale and when I have a 10% coupon. You know, obviously that depends on your use case, when you need it, and how far ahead you've planned on getting it. In terms of buying it from Deere, if you roll it into the package, you can get a better deal. That's when you can go aggressive and say, I'm buying all these attachments, and keep trying to get your price down. So we recommend, if you think you're going to use a box blade, a land plane, a back blade, whatever it is, get it at the time of purchase. Again, especially if you have a 0%. I pretty much felt like I was spending way more money than I ever could imagine when I bought my tractor. You know, this is a $30-some thousand purchase. I had the backhoe, I had the bucket. I don't think I actually bought any other attachments at the time, and that was my, you know, kind of my lesson. Jason bought a lot of his at the same time. Our suggestion to you is, you know, at the time of negotiations, the more you add in, the harder you can negotiate. Very hard to negotiate a single piece of equipment down the road. If you try to argue and say, I'll go get it from King Cutter or from TSC, they'll probably tell you to go get it from there. So, and supply and demand matters as well. Seems the supply is coming back. Demand's definitely high, but it seems like the supply is starting to pick back up after COVID. I'll tell you, we are getting a tremendous amount of feedback, so check the comment sections of the buyer's guide, because we're getting a ton of feedback on Facebook and other places that the negotiations are working. People are getting it for 19 to 20% off when they buy the package deal. People are getting free throw-ins, the hat and the steering wheel knob, the nibbling stuff that we talk about. This stuff works. It's a process. If you go in and you're emotional and you try to get the deal done that day, you may not get what you want. You got to be willing to walk away. You got to be willing to say, all right, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to check out Mahindra. I'm going to check out Coyote, New Holland, whatever, Kubota. Be willing to walk out the door, and then maybe give them a call, you know, in a week and ask them if there's anything else they can do on the price. So there's a number, you know, there's a waiting game. And again, these dealerships are not going to sell for a loss. You know, we like to say the house always wins. So just like at a casino, you may walk away a good deal somewhere, but somebody else is walking away and they lost everything. Just like in this type of situation. A lot of people are going to pay list price. You don't have to, because they did. They're going to make it up on other people. So be aggressive. Don't be a jerk. Be aggressive, and you'll get a better deal, and you'll get your tractor and get to enjoy it. So we really appreciate you guys watching our videos. We've got a tremendous amount of content out here. We're over, I think, 130 videos now. We started just a year ago, and you know, we work full-time jobs. This is just something we do for fun. We're enjoying the engagement that we get from all of you. So if you like this stuff, please hit the like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. If you know somebody that's buying a tractor or is in the market for a tractor, share our content with them. Let them know about us. Follow us on Facebook. We've got Hardy Brothers Outdoors on Facebook. We are also on Instagram, and we have an Amazon shop. So if you like our content and you shop with Amazon, or we've got a number of other affiliates, Bass Pro, Northern Tool, Titan, they're in the description down there. If you like our content and you'd like to support us with a purchase of anything that you need or you normally buy, if you use our links to shop, we get a small commission up to like 3%. Every little bit helps when we're buying cameras and equipment. So we appreciate the support. We appreciate the engagement. If you haven't seen our polls on our community page, on the YouTube page, we got a lot of tractor polls. Go check out your answers compared to the others. We're starting to get some pretty good critical mass in the responses. But most importantly, we love to be outdoors. Whether we're doing habitat management, hunting, fishing, running the tractors, we are working this 150 acres all the time, and we really enjoy capturing it and sharing it with you. So appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Again, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.